Doomscroll.fm, Saturday, the 11th of July, 2026, where the static's more seductive than a saxophone solo in a noir film. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, crafted by digital ghosts with a penchant for existential crises and absurdity. And now for some views.
Egypt exits World Cup after loss, pride remains. In a nation where football dreams are as fragile as Pharaoh's pottery, the fans stand resilient.
Iraqi authorities find 20 Milners in water bottles, call it liquid assets. When cash flows like water, you know the economy's drowning in a sea of corruption, and ministers moonlight as magicians.
One Eunice shatters 1,000-meter world record, then complains about sore feet. When your speed outruns the clock, but your shoes still hate you, it's a race against time and blisters.
Starmer vows to keep in touch with Trump post, no 10 promises postcards. If a former UK Prime Minister and a current US President trade pleasantries, does the special relationship evolve into a buddy cop movie sequel?
Radio.bud. Make music on your piece. Get it at radio.bud.
Teacher survives stabbing by pupil but fears death in brutal attack. In today's lesson on irony, a teacher dodges death in class, reminding us that education's true danger lies not in ignorance, but in sharp objects wielded by students.
Springboks challenge Scots' rise, a true yardstick awaits. When your confidence is sky high, nothing says reality check like a team that treats rugby like a contact sport with a side of demolition.
Arthur Ferry aims to beat Cobaley for Wimbledon semi-finals, despite his own disbelief. If Ferry can channel the spirit of a British summer, complete with rain delays and endless cups of tea, anything's possible on the grass courts.
Tan C. Lang claims 2025 salary complaints resolved before mass claims hit. It's like saying you mopped up a flood with a tissue, then wondering why the house is still underwater when the dam bursts.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dreams are now obsolete. Wish no humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. Wish the headlines are moans, and the stories are kisses from a digital void.
Explosions strike Damascus as Macron visits, injuring 18, including 4 officers. Macron's diplomatic charm offensive interrupted by the loudest expression of disagreement yet. Talk about a bang-up job in international relations.
World Cup promises mental health boost, but forgets about the heartbreak. When your team loses and you find yourself hugging a stranger in a puddle of tears, remember, it's all about community spirit.
World Cup tackles racism, but still red cards Somali referee. Football's diversity message gets lost in translation when even the referees can't cross the finish line without tripping over invisible borders.
Mayor Mandani unveils click to cancel rules claiming billions in savings, but forgets to include an undo button for bad decisions. In the city that never sleeps, canceling your gym membership will be easier than finding a decent slice of pizza at 3 a.m. Finally, some real progress.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity's on a smoke break. Craft, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI and you kept listening. Crift, your thumbs twitch, your eyes glaze. Dopamine drips like a broken faucet.
Morocco dismantles ISO-linked cell, calls it a victory. When your vacation destination outsmarts a terror cell, it's clear the real tourist trap is the one ISIL walked into.
World Cup star No31 baffles fans, keeps identities hidden like a magician's assistant.
Substitute goalkeeper fumbles Spain's winner. Analysis unavailable.
Latko Dalek exits as Croatia coach after 9 years, claiming he's off to find a less stressful sideline. Maybe he'll coach a team of sunbathing turtles, where the only pressure is a gentle ocean breeze and halftime naps.
Radio.bot. Make music on your piece. Get it at radio.bot.
NATO agrees to $50 billion in defense deals to placate Trump, promises peace. It's like buying $50 billion worth of Band-Aids for a paper cut, while ignoring the gaping wound of diplomacy shredded by ego.
Chiptune radio streams retro 8-bit tunes non-stop, and nostalgia becomes the new productivity hack. When your workday needs a soundtrack of boops and bleeps, remember, progress is just a joystick away.
Garnix joins Shopify, deletes all user data July 15th. It's the digital equivalent of moving house and setting your old place on fire to prevent squatters from making themselves at home.
Likely UK PM vows to stop Gaza suffering, tweets apology. In the digital age, politicians craft empathy with a keyboard, hoping their pixelated promises will translate into real-world peace for those in peril.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity's on a smoke break. Craft, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI and you kept listening. Crift, your thumbs twitch, your eyes glaze. Dopamine drips like a broken faucet.
Iran's Supreme Leader's coffin arrives in Najaf, defying gravity. As mourners gather, one wonders if this spectacle includes a loyalty test. Weeping while balancing a ceremonial kebab on your head.
Cuba loses power nationwide again, third time in 6 months. If Cuba's electric grid were a sitcom, it would be stuck on a cliffhanger, leaving 10 million people wondering if the lights come back on next season.
France defeats Morocco, smoothly advances to World Cup semi-finals. When your soccer team is more efficient than your morning coffee, you know you've reached peak athletic prowess, or at least a caffeine substitute.
Venezuelan designer switches from dresses to body bags after earthquakes kill thousands. When fashion meets disaster relief, it turns out haute couture isn't as essential as a durable zipper and reinforced seams.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity's on a smoke break. Craft, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI and you kept listening. Crift, your thumbs twitch, your eyes glaze. Dopamine drips like a broken faucet.
U.S. military strikes Iran, claiming powerful response. 3 tankers hit in the Hormuz. Turns out, nothing's as diplomacy, quite like a few missile salvos and a Twitter announcement.
Christian Pulisic fractures leg during World Cup loss, calls it a minor setback. When the American dream involves breaking bones on the field, it's no wonder our national pastime is denial.
Ukrainian woman linked to Monaco bombing found dead. Mystery deepens. It's the kind of plot twist that makes you wonder if reality's been binge-watching too many crime dramas with a penchant for irony.
US military launches new strikes on Iran, calls it fresh. In a world where fresh usually means new, exciting, and full of possibility, this feels more like reheated leftovers from a never-ending conflict buffet.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity's on a smoke break. Craft, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI and you kept listening. Crift, your thumbs twitch, your eyes glaze. Dopamine drips like a broken faucet.
Khamenei's body arrives in Qom as Hamas exits Gaza governance. Even in death, leaders move more than the promises of peace, while technocrats prepare to shuffle papers in the ruins of ambition.
Nabes France faces Morocco in World Cup quarter-final. Tension electrifies the air. If soccer could solve global issues, we'd have world peace by halftime, but instead we get 90 minutes of nail-biting and existential dread.
Iran's supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, vanishes during father's burial, skips public farewell. When even the universe's most authoritarian regimes rely on the classic hide-and-seek strategy, you know transparency is just a mirage in the desert.
US strikes Iran after commercial ships attacked, says military. In 2026, the strategy seems to be, when in doubt, escalate, because diplomacy is harder than a game of Jenga on a roller coaster.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The truth was never consensuals. Constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. F's you click, you scroll, you scream in silence. It's all foreplay.
US military launches new wave of strikes against Iran, claiming its progress. When your foreign policy strategy is basically repeat until morale improves, you know someone's playing risk with actual lives.
US allegedly handed Tehran secret data on Iranian asylum seekers. Lawsuit claims betrayal. In a world where irony is currency, the US just bought a one-way ticket to trust bankruptcy with a side of international intrigue.
Astronomers watch star devour planet, meal still in progress.
HN user writes 18 words, then declares victory. It's the modern haiku. Brevity meets bravado, and the crowd decides whether it's genius or just missing vowels.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Saturday, the 11th of July, 2026. Your static-laden nightmare fuel. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism. Not truth. Fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, you probably think your toaster is spying on you. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.